We're live. Still saying I need to connect to it. And I need to connect to Facebook, and I don't know why. Because I don't want to connect to Facebook. And then if I log in, I don't want to. Right?
That's weird. I know a lot of these apps want to connect through Facebook. I'm like, okay, why? I don't need you to know all my Facebook data.
It was at this moment.
He knew he
He
fucked
fucked
up, right?
Yep. He said, we're going to talk to Christopher. And at that, nice try. You didn't get us. Nice try.
This isn't our first rodeo.
Probably a second.
Oh, here we go. Okay. I mean, after all, we just did the creepy basement. Why is it not recognizing my password? Who cares? We're back in. We're in. We're in. I don't care. I don't care. We got it. I can see it. Here we are live. Live at the Holy Cross Abbey. We survived the creepy basement. That's right. Sean and I survived the creepy basement.
survived.
Sean did, however, come running out screaming from the
should've-
you
You
left me all by myself.
No, you should have seen all the abandonment issues created by that. Oh my God. I saw, you've heard of the running man. This is the crying man. Run, bitch! Run!
That was him for sure. All of a sudden, I'm going, oh,
Where the fuck am
by myself.
Oh, he was straight up all by himself. Because I went to the bathroom.
He was gone.
I was gone.
I knew though. I knew when I heard the flush.
Yup.
I said, they got him. They got
me.
They got that big turd.
Yup. Literally.
Right. Okay, cool. So hang on. I'm making some more adjustments over here to the other cameras. They aren't turned on yet.
Hey, don't be turning on things.
Yeah. Hey, come on. That's my job.
Don't press that button.
Oh, yes, I do.
You don't know what you're
Yes,
doing.
I do. Yes, I do. I knew where we were going with that. All right, here we go. The password is yeah, big build up and no, it all failed. And what the hell did I do there? You guys, holy camole, I hit the, don't touch that button, that's for
Don't
sure.
touch that button.
All right, we'll try it again. User one. Hey, who we got here? All right.
Hello.
Chills with another gifted
Looking
sub
for-
and tier one. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Right, so I don't know if you know, but coming soon to a place near us, there's going to be a whole lot of craziness going on.
Friday and Saturday night here in Canyon City, Colorado.
At the Holy Cross Abbey.
We have.
All hell's going to break loose.
That's right. All my rowdy friends are coming over from
Yep.
all over the United States.
We
We will be
celebrating.
celebrating Mayhem Madness.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it's Monastery Madness.
Monastery Madness. Mm-hmm.
Should be a blast. A lot of people are coming. We're expecting 22. We got the sister's house all squared away.
Yeah.
Everybody's got their rooms. And today, Sean and I, we went shopping.
Yeah, we went shopping.
Got groceries for
Yeah.
everything. Lonely, there we go.
We got some stuff. Lonely.
I'm so lonely. All right. All right. Yeah, and Jingleheimer, thank you for that million cheers. I appreciate that. Cheers and bits are always appreciated. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Must have missed that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 1 million biddies. All right. So it looks like I've had a few more subs here the last day or so. Had
Uh-oh,
12
look at-
hours ago. Mind Leak. Thank you. And Gamer Guy Bathwater. That's an interesting name, and I'd love to hear the story behind it. At any rate, back to
I
what
still think Gaseous Maximum's a cooler nickname. I'm just
it
saying.
is. But I don't know.
Maybe it's the aftermath,
I-
bathwater.
Well,
Mhm.
I think that's all blown out of proportion.
Oh,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
yeah, that makes sense.
Makes sense.
Could you hold your head up above the type there, because I haven't figured out how to turn that off or move it down, because it doesn't work either.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. But we did get that other camera going here. So, yeah. Mayhem's going to be a blast, guys. Not Mayhem, but the madness, because as you saw, the creepy basement is just about completed. They'll work on it tomorrow again. And then I think they come in on Thursdays and Sundays. So it may be
Sunday.
Sunday. Creepy vibe down there. Very cool.
I
Gonna be a
know.
lot of fun,
That was mainly just because Dennis was down there.
right.
It was crazy. Crazy.
What can I say? What can I say?
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be fun. I haven't even been over to Ullathorne. It must be incredible, because I know that there was at least 4 or 5 rooms they totally gutted
It was
and
at
had.
this moment.
He knew. He fucked up.
Fucked up.
Exactly. There's 4 or 5 rooms over there that they've totally revamped, and I don't even know what's going on in those rooms. Plus, they changed quite a bit of the inside of the exhibits in there, and
The
so
flow.
yeah, and they've painted over some of the.
I'm telling you, the basement is cool. It's cool this time around. So I definitely would partake in the basement if you guys have a chance. Sunday.
It was followed by
Tacoma
My-
Dome. Tacoma Dome.
Tacoma Dome.
Tacoma Dome.
Tacoma
Are you talking about?
Tacoma Dome.
This
Yeah,
is the Colorado Dome.
That's the Chrome Dome.
Oh, that's right.
The Chrome Dome.
Chrome Dome.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, you got to get it right. Come on now.
Chrome Dome.
Mm-hmm.
So I did get the other cameras up here.
Sunday. Chrome Dome.
Join the Mile High Club. Oh, wait, what?
Wait, where'd that come from?
I don't know. Sounded good at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my tender ears.
Yep. A couple days ago.
Tender ears. Come on, switch.
Denver
You
Coliseum.
mofo. There we go. All right, let's get down.
Guess
to-
what? There's nobody at the front door.
We know that for a fact, but I can't seem to.
Change to the others.
Doesn't want to move.
Doesn't want to move.
Doesn't want to move.
Move.
Let's try this.
Move.
Nope, doesn't want to switch. There we go. We got that.
All right, now you got it.
Now we got 8. And then what do we do? Hit here.
Go
we go to
crazy.
main. Here. Go to main. Here.
Yep, that's it.
We'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, live here at the Holy
tomorrow.
Cross Abbey in Canyon City, Colorado, as we investigate for ghosts, goblins, and ghouls. Join us as Sir X gets devoured bit by bit, piece by piece in the potato salad.
Tater salad.
Hear every scream, every cry, the tearing of flesh live right here, Friday and Saturday night at the Holy Cross Abbey here in Canyon City, Colorado. Be there or be
There might be a
square.
vampire down there. Sucks to be him.
That's right.
Or in the case, we'll be
I
sucking on
don't
him.
cry much. You will tomorrow, buddy.
You don't cry much?
Did I miss the wheel? You did. You missed it. Sorry. I'm sorry. Dang, I thought you were in there. I just got finished telling the story and you were gone the whole time? I guess you'll just have to watch the VOD.
Oh, dang.
Dang, she missed it. Oh, I thought she was there.
Oh, dang.
Dang. Shoot. It was a good one, too. Don't you guys think in chat? Wasn't that a great story?
Uh-huh.
Wasn't that the best ever? I think it
Oh,
was
my goodness.
probably one of my best ever. I'm thinking, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
probably the best ever.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
Okay.
She wants
She
another one?
She spinned it again. She done spun it again.
She done spun it again. Well, now I owe you 2 stories because I was lying. I was lying the whole time.
He's full of fooey.
I was lying the whole time. I may have a few more points. Yeah, you might. But I'll refund you 2,000 if I don't tell 2 stories. All right, we'll do a spin the wheel.
Spin.
And how about this? I'll do the spin of the wheel, and I'll tell a story, and then we'll spin the wheel again, and Sean has to tell a story. How's that sound? Is that worth double? Is that worth double? Let's find out. Let's get that
Just
wheel up
one
here.
time.
And all of us will find out together. Here we go. Let's pull up that wheel and go round and round. Where she stops, no one knows.
Uh-oh, I don't even know this story about the wheel.
Here we go. You know this wheel.
Oh, yeah. Now I know.
I know.
Now I know.
All right. So now we got to go to interact. Go to the interact. That's the wrong one. We knew that. We knew that for a fact. That's the wrong wheel. But
Make it happen. Make it happen.
interact. That's the wrong wheel. Why is it not finding my? Oh, let's try this. There we go. Interact. Why is it going to that wheel? Because that does me absolutely no good.
No. It says, why
Actually,
are you going
that
there? And
should-
it says, because you're crazy.
There we go. Maybe this one. Interact. There we go. There we go. Now we got it. All right. Here we go. Are you ready? We're going to spin the wheel. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Round and round she goes. Where she stops, no one knows. And we have 2022 to 2024. So that was a pretty recent one.
Oh, I can do a story on that one. Let's see.
That was like here
Recent.
recently. Okay, well, I'll allow you because you pay twice now. Do you want to accept this or take another spin? And then also have your 3 subjects ready. Oops, I think I removed a piece of pie. Yes, it does. It'll remove that piece
So
once
we'll
it's
spin that
spin.
same time
And you
frame.
can't spin the wheel. I have to do it here. I have to do it here. So,
Ooh, I'm smelling something.
okay. So what you ask are,
There's somebody up here.
3, actually you don't ask. You just get 3 topics. It could be like car, food, record, friend, any subject you want. Pick 3 subjects, and then we have to make up a story related to those 3 subjects that you choose, or at least one of the 3 subjects. And then also, because it's 2022 to 2024, actually you only have 2 choices. You can pick 2022 or 2023. But I'll allow you to spin the wheel again if you'd like to try another date.
Spin.
It's up to you. Clock is ticking. We have operators standing
Make it up
by.
or tell it. What?
Make it up or tell it.
Oh, the story. In other words, is it a real story or a made-up story?
Is that what you want? We'll do that. Let's switch her on back over to the command. Boom, boom, boom. We are back live here at the Holy Cross Abbey. Mr. Sean Crochet and myself,
Yeah,
Ghost
Sean-
Cramps.
Sean's over here playing games. Sorry.
Sean's playing his Candyland game. Ooh,
Cards.
look,
Spades.
look, you got the red gummy. The red one.
Whatever.
Yeah, is it real or is it fake? Okay.
Memorex.
Would you like to start, Sean? It's got to be 2022 or 2023. A recent story.
Recent story.
And I guess any topics? You got any topics? Give me 3 topics. Bad haircut. Okay, that's easy. He cut off his ear one time. I'd like a neat ghost story.
Neat ghost story.
A neat ghost story.
Once the ghost made the dishes or did the dishes. That'd be neat, wouldn't it?
That would be neat,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Or they vacuumed the rug.
Yeah.
That would be a neat
Yeah,
ghost story.
that'd be really, really neat.
Or picked up your room,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, that's
Maybe he took the dishes out of the dishwasher.
Oh yeah.
Jeez, that would be a
That's-
really
that was
neat
pretty
ghost.
neat.
And that's our story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yep.
Is it real or is it fake? No, we got one better than that, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure we do.
3 topics right there: darts, ghost, and phantom shade.
I can combine a couple. Just
Yeah, whatever. You only need one, but if you can combine all 3, then
No.
you
Say
hit the
darts.
home run. Yeah, darts 3.
shade. Ghost, phantom, and shade. Darts. 3 topics here. I don't know. You think of one.
Ghost, okay. Ghost story. All right. So it happens. Oh man, that's the problem. I'm locked into 2022. I ain't had any great stories of ghosts.
So 22 and 23. That's the time frame, right?
Yeah,
So this year as well.
yeah. It has to. And darts.
Well, how about tonight? Didn't somebody? We need to go back and check the camera on the chair room, right?
Well, I think Surratt clipped something. We have to go back and
Oh,
check.
somebody moved the table,
Yeah.
the chair.
DJ's here. Hey, DJ, how are
Hey,
you?
hey, hey.
Yeah.
What's the biggest one?
All right.
Well, I thought for sure that was a big story.
All right. Ghost stories. All right. Let's see here. Come on, we can think of.
Well, it
a
has
ghost
to be
story.
that time frame.
That's the hard part because I've been here in the Abbey and you guys know me here at the Abbey. I guess the night that
Oh, it's going to be great, DJ.
yeah, sorry you can't make it. I'd tell the kids they aren't doing soccer that day. Send them over to the babysitters and come on up.
Yeah, the gentleman that is watching the first floor is very active already. He's protecting the first floor near the office spaces, and then we're getting a lot of audible voices throughout the basement. Yeah. This is him. This is him full of shit.
That's all he does is talk.
Yeah. So it's going to be a great weekend. So did you get your story yet?
No, I'm thinking it makes it rough because we only got that 2-year period.
Yeah.
Let's spin the wheel one more time, and we'll stay with the subjects. How's that? And let's see if we can find something a little further out because I've been here at the Abbey for way too
Your
long.
dog ate your K2. Oh my Lord.
Oh, no,
Well, if we were talking about this year, I was
okay.
I
Sean's
was,
got
I
one.
was no, I would no. This is not the story that's going to contain you. I was woken up about 3 a.m. last night.
There we go.
I was woken up about 3 a.m. last night, and I was 100% sure something had clawed my leg. And then I saw my cat going, "Oops, sorry about that." So I thought we went from a ghost tour to a kitty cat scratched the crap out of my leg in the middle of my slumber last night. She literally dug her claws into my leg, and I was like, she immediately had me sitting up, going, "What was that?" And then she's over there going, "Oops." That was not a ghost story. It was a kitty cat story.
Right,
Yeah.
and the redhead story was also a kitty cat story, but
Oh,
we're keeping it clean.
Oh, we can't talk that one.
Yeah, we can't.
We can't talk about the redhead.
We can't talk about
No, we can't talk about the redhead right now.
Yeah, because that'll
Yeah,
turn
that'll-
our channel X right away.
Yeah, that would be
And then it goes into the fake file anyway. So
yeah, it's all that fiction,
yeah, all that fiction,
Yeah.
Oh, friction.
fiction,
that
fiction,
friction, yeah.
that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
It's called
I
rug
like that
burns,
hand.
rug
That was-
burns, all
that
that
was
kind of
cool.
stuff.
Oh, my
Yeah,
hand. There we
twerk.
go.
Twerk, twerk.
Okay, so we're gonna
All
go
right,
ahead
so
and
we're
spin
gonna
the
spin to see the new time frame.
new time frame.
All right, let's do this.
Okay, let me find Ghost Gramps spin. Ask Gramps.
All right, I'm gonna close that one.
We're gonna
I think you gotta close it, don't you?
Yeah,
Close
but
the
I have
old
to
one.
do it here.
Oh, okay. Then
There we go.
hopefully
Round and
gives
round
us-
she goes. Where she stops.
Come
no
on, give
one
us a good time frame.
knows. 1997, 3 to 19. That I like that.
Ooh, you're gonna have to tell that one.
I like that. 1997 to 1993. And where was I in 1997?
I'm thinking myself, going, what the heck?
I think I wrote everything down at kind of a time frame here. Kind of give myself a quick reference. But
You weren't even alive yet,
who?
Sir X.
Oh, come on. He was. We know that. Let's see, 97, 90.
I thought which one are we on?
It cleared it. It's 97. Yeah, once it lands on it, it clears it. So it was
okay.
97, 98.
I thought it was
90
93 to 97.
Okay, 93. Okay. That's even better. Okay. So let's go back to here. In 1993, I was in Cimarron, New Mexico.
Oh, that's a
where
good
I'm
one.
going.
Yeah.
So we had actually found this place back in 1988, but we were back probably our third or fourth time. For those of you who don't recognize Cimarron, New Mexico, it's famous for, that's right,
Famous for
the St. James Hotel. And it was owned by a Mr. Lambert, who was the chef for Theodore Roosevelt, I believe,
Yeah,
right?
he was a famous chef at the time.
And he wound up in New Mexico territory and decided he was going to build a hotel, but a very prestigious hotel.
Definitely for the time, prestigious.
And so Cimarron, New Mexico laid upon the Santa Fe Trail, for those of you who don't know. And so it was actually a very busy stretch of prairie and place, it was from getting from one point to the other. And so he had a lot of visitors come in, including Jesse James, Wyatt Earp, Pat Masterson, Zan Gray, several different presidents, T.J. Wright.
Oh, yeah.
T.J. Wright.
Yeah, most definitely.
So we were, first to start out the story, I'd been there enough times to know that inside the hotel, and this was before they built the new annex, where today they have a modern hotel, and they tore down half of the old original St. James Hotel, which is about a 3-foot thick adobe building and it's spread out on 2 floors. So each of the rooms are named after one of the famous people that may have stayed there at the St. James Hotel. And to this day, if you go into the bar and you look at the ceiling, you can see that there's bullet holes. 21, I believe, right?
They removed quite a few more than that. Yeah, but they took all those cup the tiles, the tin tiles down, and they removed quite a few. But you can still see.
Wow, that's too bad.
No, but you can still see the holes.
See.
They put the tin tiles back up there.
So in all, there was many shootouts within the confines of the walls of the hotel there. So it was very haunted, and of course all the characters that were there. And as you go back into Western history,
Not the time he was there, because he was a character.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I think my kids stayed in Tom Thumb's room. They weren't with us on this particular trip where I have this story, so I won't go there.
Okay.
But we specifically got Jesse James' room because I knew it was at the very corner of the building, all the
Oh,
way.
that's weird. I stayed in that same room.
Really?
Yeah.
All the way to the end of the hall, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then on the left-hand side.
Yep. You're right. That's exactly where I stayed.
Yeah. So we picked that room very specifically. Normally we stayed up in Mary's room upstairs, right above
Well,
Jesse.
maybe
James.
you had told me, and that's why I grabbed that room. Yeah.
Yeah, you were
Okay,
heading down there.
yeah,
right? Yeah. So I chose that room specifically because we had a little Jack Russell terrorist,
Uh-oh.
and she was traveling along with us, but we knew if we popped out the screen in that window, then we could sneak her in and out the window there in the Jesse James room by parking at the very end outside of our room. So that's what we did. The Jack Russell stayed with us in the room there. She was very quiet and never created any problems or anything. And so, anyways, we're laying in bed our first night or second night, I can't remember. At any rate, the rooms are very authentic. There's no phones. Back in those, they didn't even have internet then. I don't think internet was a thing back '93 actually.
No.
And I loved it because I owned my printing company, and that was a place that I could go and nobody could call me. Nobody could get a hold of me. There was no way they could bother me and screw up my couple of days off. So I loved it there because of the fact there was no phones, there was no TVs. It was just a room and a nice area. We had the old gristmill across the way,
Oh, yeah.
and then the old jailhouse down
I
the
love
road,
that mill's so incredible.
and an amazing cemetery up as you head out of town about a half mile up on the
Most
hilltop.
definitely.
Well, so we're laying in bed, and I had brought up a bunch of Old West magazines that I bought at an auction, and they were authentic Old West magazines, the Old West magazine, and one in particular had a story about the St. James in there. And the thing about these Old West magazines were they were actually printed. I think that the earliest one I had was 1969, but I had them date back
Oh, sure.
all the way back.
Sure, 69. Mhm.
Yeah, all the way back into 1940s with some great stories in there. So I just stacked them. Again, this is an Adobe building. So the windowsill is, wouldn't you agree, like 2.5 feet wide
Yeah.
to the window because it was solid Adobe and then the window. So the windowsill was huge. And I'd set about 10 of these Old West magazines up in that windowsill. And so we're sitting in there, and all of a sudden we hear dong, dong, dong. Inside the Jesse James room, and just about all of the rooms, they had fireplaces because that's how they kept the rooms warm back in the day. And so on the mantle of this fireplace, and they were not functional. You couldn't possibly. That building has settled so much. The doors don't close. I mean, they're warped, and you get that funhouse effect because some of the rooms are even askew to walk across them. But at any rate, they had a ship clock up, or not a ship clock, but one of those mantle clocks. Maybe your grandmother or your great grandmother, in your guys' case, had an old clock that set up on her mantle. At any rate, this thing chimed like 3 times, 3 or 4, I can't remember now. Been a long time ago, but it chimed. We're thinking that's weird, so we get up and we look, and there's no key or anything, and it wasn't like tick, tick, tick. All it did was chime and then nothing. So we thought that was kind of odd, but didn't think too much about it. And then, so we're laying in bed, and my ex she's sitting over there reading some book or doing whatever. So I'm reading my magazine, and I read this story, and I looked over to her and I said, I kind of think this whole ghost stuff is nothing to it. It's just a bunch of hoopla. And then one by one, out of that windowsill, my Old West magazines started falling out of that windowsill onto the floor, just as I said that. And about 4 or 5 of them fell to the floor. And it wasn't like they were on the edge and just kind of slid off. They had to be physically picked up and placed about 6 or 7 inches over the ledge onto the floor. So we're thinking that's pretty creepy. We kind of pull up the covers and turn out the lights, and we go ahead and go to bed. So the next morning, we're walking down the hallway, and I don't know how it was set up because different owners had it set up so many different ways over time
Yeah.
that at one time, as before you entered into where the check-in desk was,
Mm-hmm.
that very last room was a pretty small room, but they converted it into a gift shop. You could buy coffee mugs or key rings or stuff like that for the St. James
They changed
Hotel.
that back to a room.
Did they?
Mhm.
Okay. So at the time, this particular time, because it was two other things the last time I was there.
Okay.
I mean, it changed, like you
It may
said.
change again.
Yeah. So we go into that. I go into the gift shop. My ex decided she's going to stay into the room and just hang out, but I left the door ajar because during the daytime, if people come in to visit the hotel, you can actually walk through and take a self-guided tour
Oh yeah.
inside the St. James,
A
and
lot
if the
of
doors are open,
pictures and
you
history.
could take your pictures and stuff. So I left the door ajar, and I'm standing in the hallway. Anybody that would have passed through that hallway would have had to pass by me, and I'd certainly see them because that room was very small, and they had so many souvenirs and stuff packed in there
Mhm.
that there was no way that I wanted to step in that room. And I'm gabbing with the clerk behind there, getting some history and local information and stuff like that. So then after about 10 minutes, I head back down to the room, and I get back to the room, and my ex says, "Who was that?" I said, "Who was who?" She says, "Who was that lady?" I said, "Oh, she just works here. She works in the gift." No, not that lady. Who was just in the room? I said, "What are you talking about?" There was a lady in a white dress, just opened up the door. She peeked in the door. She looked at me. I looked at her, and she kind of looked around the room, and then she turned around and walked away. I said, "There was nobody in this hallway. I would have saw them as they walked past me. There's no way that anybody was there." She says, "I swear I saw her." So we're up there, and I go back up to the gift shop, and I said, "You didn't see a lady in white?" She says, "No, but we get that story all the time." Guess who it was?
Hmm.
Mary Lambert.
Oh, okay.
It was the ghost of Mary Lambert
Okay.
in her white dress and everything.
Yeah.
And so she was coming in to check that room. It was totally a ghost. So I got, as she was telling, the lady behind the checkout stand was telling me the story, then I said, I told her about that clock, and she says, that clock has not worked in years, that the spring had sprung. And they couldn't even wind it anymore, so it doesn't even have the key doesn't work anyways, if they had one. So I'm saying, well, it chimed, whatever, 3 or 4 times, how many times it chimed. And so very obvious between the books falling off, that chart, the clock chiming, and a visit from Mary, it left no questions in my mind that the St. James Hotel is a very spirited hotel.
Yeah.
And I've got more stories too, but that was my recollection of
Yeah.
1993.
Well, I don't have that time frame, but I can add to that actual hotel. I have a pretty good addition to that.
Oh, I'm sorry. She asked, "Who's Mary Lambert?" Mary Lambert was what was his name? I said it before,
Oh, dang.
and it just
I know.
I just said his
I
name.
know you just said his name. The chef, right?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was, the last name was Lambert, but he was actually the Mary Lambert was his lover, and then they later on married, and they're both buried along with his ex-wife up in the cemetery there in Cimarron, but she was the girlfriend. Yeah. So yeah, that's my story of the Cimarron. Now he wants to add on to the Cimarron story. Cimarron. We only got 2 viewers. We scared everybody off with my story. Was it not?
Evidently.
Jeez. Wow.
Well, it's also, what day is today? Thursday?
Show me the love. Okay, go ahead. Tell me more. Tell me more.
I was trying to see if they shows the name of that, so we can kind of help her again, because I can't remember the name myself.
I just called him
I'm looking at it
Mr.
right now.
Lambert, but
You said his name.
Yeah, Lambert was his last name. But I did say it first.
You did.
It like blows my two old guys. I'm telling you what.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like googling it to find out what his name was.
I can't see it.
The owner of the St. James.
I know.
St. James Hotel. Now there's another story about
No,
TJ.
the thing is, that's the thing. Is it truly the owner of the hotel?
Right. Actually, no,
Because there's a conjecture story that Mr. Lambert
TJ Wright.
lost. No.
Yeah.
He lost the hotel in a poker game within the hotel. They had a poker room on the second floor of the hotel. They had it dedicated to playing poker. Oddly enough, on the second floor, which is strange because they had a lot of activity and goings on in the main area, but they had a poker room upstairs that was dedicated to playing poker. And the story is that instead of losing the hotel, which T.J. Wright is, with the conjecture is that he won
The story goes he won the hotel
in a
from,
poker game from Mr. Lambert, and
never made it back to his room.
never made it back. Supposedly crawled close to his room and died in that hallway. And in actuality, I've been there, and he still kind of wanders the hallway. However, what do they do with the room?
His room is locked.
18?
They do not rent that room to anyone because he's a pissed off ghost, and he will.
Well, he can get pissed off for sure.
He's a definitely. If you're in his room, there's been people that say that they were scratched, they were pushed, they would leave the room in the middle of the night because crazy stuff would happen there. So they eventually just locked up the room and never allowed anybody.
Supposedly,
to
it also
stay in there.
affected men's health. The people that stayed in, if it was a man that stayed in there, it would potentially affect their health for some reason. That was the last time I was there. They talked about that particular piece of it, which is really odd.
We tried to talk to him. We tried to communicate with him. You got
different times, obviously.
Last time I was there, I was actually with Gypsy. Gypsy and I went down there.
Okay.
That was about 6 years ago. It's been a while.
I had an incredible interaction with him at the poker table.
Now, that's another story, too, that's sad from a historical standpoint. One of the owners that have it now also own the Colorado Hotel in Hot Springs. What's outside of Vail there? Glenwood Springs.
Oh, yeah, Glenwood Springs.
Glenwood Springs.
Colorado Hotel?
Yeah, the same company owns the St. James now. Well, they built the new annex on and built modern hotels and tore down a lot of the original part of the building. Now, granted, that part was pretty, it wasn't really used for anything. Yeah, so I can understand getting rid of it. But what they did to the card room is a crime. They needed an extra bathroom upstairs that somebody could use. Your room is occupied, or you don't want to smell up your room or whatever.
Well, some of them actually don't come with the bathroom.
In-room bathrooms, that's right.
There's like 2 of them up there that you actually have to use the hallway bathroom.
So what they did makes no sense to me. What they did, they ended up taking half the poker room and tearing it out and putting in a bathroom and a bathtub, I think is it.
The bathtub,
Yeah. And it took up like half the card room. And that part of
the history is
gone forever.
Yeah. But it's authentic to the old time, is where, you used to have to go to a bathhouse to take the bath. You wouldn't necessarily be in the hotel and have access. You'd have that little thing of water to clean yourself up, but you wouldn't necessarily have a bath in your room, but you'd have to go to the bathhouse.
Now,
So it's authentic that it wouldn't have it. So I don't know why I guess they're trying to modernize it totally, but they definitely took a piece of the history out.
and just within like a block is the old grist mill.
Oh my gosh.
Did you investigate there
Yeah.
at night?
We investigated it daytime and nighttime.
Okay, I never got into it at night, but we were able
Oh,
to do
my
something
God.
during the day.
There is a very, very white mist spirit, a female ghost in the basement that just go back and forth. I took 45 pictures of that area because I kept seeing her, and I think I actually captured her as a shadow.
It's very unique because it's spread out like over 4 floors.
It's 4 floors of the whole place. If you go there, you have to make it to the mill, and the mill is generally only open in the season.
Summer
Summertime.
months, yeah.
So you-
And you've got to make an appointment, don't you?
Yeah, no,
They have regular hours?
now they do.
Okay.
But the thing is, there's a lot of artifacts in that place. There's history of Geronimo's child's booties. There's a lot of stuff that should be in a humongous museum. So if you got a chance to go, you need to go to that museum.
One of the
It
crazy
is
things
so
I saw
incredible.
was that coyote skull with an Indian arrowhead stuck in its head.
Mm,
So that's how that
yeah.
that coyote met its demise. Two-headed calf. Remember that?
There was a lot of stuff in there.
A lot of wild stuff. Crazy.
Well, I was too busy looking at the Native American artifacts and the fact that I was in the basement tuning into literally Geronimo, and then went to look at the shelves and saw the booties for Geronimo. I'm like, wow, it's an incredible location, and I'm telling you, there's a female in the basement that kind of like the white dress thing that you saw over in the other.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like that in the basement of that, and it kept going back and forth and back
Seemed
and
like
forth.
there was a story about that too. That
Yeah.
I can't recall it.
But I'm just saying, it's so incredible. And the weird thing is, there's 4 floors of this, and there's so much history and so much attached to that place is also. I personally think that's even more haunted than the St. James.
I believe that too.
Yeah.
And especially now since they've changed everything around. it.
Yeah. And they have a little jail that's like,
Another block down the other direction.
yeah, just rocks throw from the St. James that they give you access to if you're an investigator, and you can do time there where it's dark and it's very, very. They didn't have much to it at all. So this place was like a little place for the deputy or whoever was watching the prisoners, and then cells for the prisoners. And that was it. And
Yeah.
very minimalist.
The only other thing down in that area of significance is, well, actually 2 things.
Well, the cemetery.
Maxwell Ranch consumed 10,000 acres. It went from just about Raton all the way down into Taos, parts of it. And then we had the Piedmont Boy Scout Ranch.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And it's still a going thing down there. In fact, there was some Boy Scouts
still
came
do
here
that.
this past summer, and stayed here at the Abbey for about 2 or 3 days on their way to Piedmont Boy Scout Ranch there in Cimarron, New Mexico.
They do that still constantly.
Yeah.
They were talking about it when I was there.
Yeah. So and Maxwell was a huge cattle rancher, and he had some dark sides history to him as well. There was something, and I don't want to go into the details because I don't have
The facts.
the facts, right? But I think he was an old gunslinger.
Well, it'd be neat if it was a haunted camp there. That's for sure.
The old well in the city park, there's stories about that. And that was right outside of Maxwell's
Okay.
little hacienda.
Well, when I was there the second time at the St. James, somebody had burned down one of the deputy sheriff's house, and they were doing fundraisers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so.
Well,
yeah,
you know,
interesting time, interesting town.
93 also,
Mhm.
I believe, was the same year that we were there and then we left. And about 2 weeks later, a tornado hit the town, and
We got a cobweb on the 3rd floor camera.
I think that's the one that was smacking you in the face in the basement.
Yeah, right, on the 3rd
Yeah,
floor.
it's pretty long. It's
Yeah,
pretty
I bet.
long. I think it goes all the way to the basement.
Yeah.
That was one big ass spider.
Well, that's one big ass cobweb going across
Yeah,
that
well,
camera.
Yeah, I don't see it though.
Yeah, it's there. Trust me.
Like,
See it?
yeah. Like they're roping,
Yeah, it's right there, and it's
roping
huge.
the wind there.
Yeah, it's huge.
Okay, cool. So was that worth your 2,000 channel points there?
About how long something is. Okay, Chris. Whatever.
We ain't talking
No
millimeters.
spider talk.
Little tiny millimeters.
Mm-hmm.
All
Itsy
right.
bitsy spider crawled up You're welcome.
Want to do a nutter? You want to spin the wheel? Ah!
I'm trying to scare us back. I see that.
Yeah.
Good try.
All right, let's.
We were just in the basement, and this young man was in the basement by himself while I went to use the restroom.
He got scared and ran out, left me hanging. I mean, I'm going, Sean. Nowhere to be found.
Mhm.
All I could hear was
Whatever.
running away.
I was not running.
Very quickly.
I even texted you saying,
I think
"Hey,
he
I'm
was
going."
like a little girl. Just
I even
his
texted
hands
him.
went.
I even
flailing.
texted him saying,
Yeah, when
"I'm
you
going
were-
to the potty."
He says, "I'm in command. I'm hiding out. I think my heart rate is starting to slow down. I'll be down maybe
Maybe.
someday
Eventually, if I
if they
if I
don't
can make it.
get you first."
Mhm.
Yeah. All right, so we want to do a nuttern, huh? We throw the wheel up there. What do you say? You up?
Yeah,
Game?
because I don't have any ghost stories in that time frame. That's for sure.
And by the way, Mr. Sean Boucher is hanging out for the night, so doesn't have to go home and pester his cat. So he's just kind of hanging out tonight, and in anticipation of tomorrow, Friday and
Tomorrow.
Saturday night,
Tomorrow.
right here
Tomorrow.
at the Holy Cross Abbey here in Canyon City, Colorado. We have Monastery Madness happening live right here. We've got all my rowdy friends coming from all
Be
over the
here
United
or
States.
be scared. Oh wait, no,
Yeah,
be here and be scared.
Be
Yeah, that's what it
be
is.
weird or be scared.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, be scared or be weird.
Yeah.
Or both.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Yep. Your mother's gonna be here. You need to come next time, Zombie Slayer. You just have no idea what you're missing. It is so much fun.
So it'd be the cat and scaredy cat. Is that how it works?
That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Cat scaredy. Oh yeah.
It'll be cat and scaredy.
We almost
cat.
forgot.
Green chili. Green
Saturday, we were having a chili cook-off, a green chili cook-off.
Chili.
We have Misty bringing in her recipe all the way from Guadalajara, New Mexico,
Dun, 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 dun.
or Mexico.
Somewhere.
I got mine somewhere down in I don't know, down in
Texas.
the, panhandles of down. I think it was like Oklahoma, Texas.
Oh, Oklahoma. Okay.
Texas Panhandle down in there.
Okay.
And
Where's
then
Alana getting hers from?
Alana, they got it from I think El Chapo
Oh,
because
El
her
Chapo.
husband was working out there at Supermax, and El Chapo
Oh,
says,
El Chapo said
"Hey,
that.
buddy,
You better make me
come
something.
over here.
right."
I'll tell you a great green chili recipe."
Oh.
And so he went over there, and he had his little notebook. And,
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about it. Okay, green chili, green chili.
El
okay.
Chapo. Mm-hmm.
Onions. I said, onions.
Yeah.
Okay, we got onions. Yeah.
I didn't think green chili doesn't have beans in it, does it?
No, it
No.
doesn't.
So why do we have a story that includes a whole lot of beans?
Well, we don't. See, and then we got Surex going to bring some homemade tortillas.
There you go.
We're also making a bunch of hamburger for tacos,
Oh, we gotta go to get.
and we got
We're
lettuce.
gonna
and-
need some guac. We need to get some
yeah,
guac.
we forgot,
guac.
avocado and
Yeah.
the stuff to make some
Guacamole.
purple onion and some Tabasco, and what else did I put in my guac?
You got a little bit of sour
Some
cream.
tomato, some
We
sour
already picked
cream.
up some sour cream.
Yeah, we got that, but we didn't get any of the.
Yeah, it is having ones, Chris.
In fact, Misty got her her green chilies, she bought a whole case of them. So she's actually using her fired
She showed us.
roasted green chilies in her recipe tomorrow. Mine
Or
are
Saturday.
roasted, but I have a particular brand that I like. It's always treated me well, and so I've got that. We're gonna start roasting our pork tomorrow.
And then Sunday or Saturday night, after Sean kills everybody with his farts, there'll be nobody left.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll blame it on the goblins.
Oh, blame it on the
Yeah.
dang chili.
Yeah, well, he was gobbling up that chili. That's
No
what
doubt.
happened.
That's it.
Yep, the goblins got him. So, yep, so we'll be roasting the pork. I'll be roasting mine tomorrow. I don't know what Misty and the others have planned. So we have Alana, actually Brian is the chili cook in that family.
Yeah, that's right.
Myself and Misty going to make up some green chili
I just
in the
saw.
basement,
Yeah, I just saw something right in there.
like it was peeking up or
I
what.
don't know.
Well, here, let's
Let's
clear that.
clear
camera.
that.
Hang on, and I'll show you guys what we're looking at here in just a second. Mainstream, 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 mainstream,
Well, hopefully we can still see it.
mainstream, and let's go big or go home, and there we go. Let's see,
Okay.
let's see what he's looking at here.
Keep an eye out on this area because you keep trying. Didn't get us.
Nice try though. We're looking right. Whoops,
Oopsie. Still grabbing that
There.
part.
right here. We're looking right in here. You just saw something like peeking up, maybe. I don't
I
know.
don't know what it
Let's
was.
look in the basement cams over here, though. I don't see anything in the
Basement that
in the
would be
basement.
coming up.
Yeah,
You know, only thing be coming up is me after eating this green chili.
that's right. That's right.
Right?
Tomorrow night it'll be coming out.
All different ends.
All right, so close.
where were we?
So close. So yeah, those are the cooks for tomorrow night. So those are the cooks. You didn't get us again. Sorry.
Well, that was Chris this time.
Um,
By the way, Chris, we got the clue at the sisters already.
yeah, I brought it. We brought it over and showed. Actually, as we were taking it over,
Oh yeah, we showed.
we showed Brenda. She thought it was so cool. She's gonna get some games made from that company for her game night at her next scrapbook club
Yeah,
meeting. So
she's excited.
yeah, she thought it was most excellent. As
Excellent.
does everybody that sees it. It's very
Yeah.
unique.
Yeah, very unique. Good, great job.
Yep,
She thought it was something that must have taken you quite a while.
yep. So everybody loved it. Sean and I's played it a couple of times.
Yep. Right for your
And I believe-
viewing pleasure at one of them.
Actually, I think
We streamed
Sir
it.
X was the murderer in that one. wasn't he?
Oh my God, I think he might have been.
Yeah, I think he was.
And
What are you?
What did he kill him with? The cross or what? I can't remember which one you killed him with.
I
can't remember.
Or holy water. I can't
Maybe, holy water. That's
yeah,
what it
it was
was.
holy water.
Yeah. That thing, Chris, is dangerous.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He's not like Sean, dangerous with the farts or anything, but he's
Yeah.
dangerous. Mm-hmm.
And
You
speaking,
never done it?
never done it.
I've never done it.
Donut. We get you.
Are
we
you
get
talking
you.
about donuts or are we talking, what are we talking? So
Honey
I've
buns.
never done it?
He would say I'd never honey bunned it.
A honey bun it. Oh,
Yeah.
that's it. Don't do it.
Don't
Don't
do
it.
it.
Ain't gonna do it. Wouldn't be
Ain't gonna
prudent.
do it.
Wouldn't be prudent.
All right, so another spin. Let's go do another spin here. Let's bring it up, boys and girls. Let's see what our next gear is. Here we go.
Let's see if there's actually anything in the time frame where I could say I was ghost hunting.
Oops, we gotta get out
Sean
of
is
that.
old, but he didn't ghost hunt forever.
Uh-oh, it reset because I closed it out. So we have
We
all
might get the same one again.
If we do, we'll just respin. How's that sound?
All right.
All right, interact. In 3,
Click the spin.
2, 1. Round and round she goes. Where she stops, no one knows.
Nobody knows.
2010 to 2015. Give us 3 subjects. 2010 to 2016. We need 3 subjects, please.
Okay.
Operators are standing by. Okay. 2010 to 2015. Where the fuck was I? Oh, I know where I was.
One of my first visits to the Abbey was during that time frame.
Yep. Ghost. Okay, another ghost story.
Mm-hmm.
2000. Dormitory.
Oh, I got a good story for the dormitory.
2010 to 2015. Oink. Hey there, incognito. Welcome to the chat.
She's like, forget it. Give me a ghost story, damn it.
Yeah, I like ghost stories. Okay, ghost.
Well,
So 2000. Wait a minute. Do we
Okay.
want what time period though? Do you want? You got to pick a date between 2000. What was it? 2005,
No.
2006, 2000. No,
no, you're way off. 2010.
to 2010.
No,
2005.
2010 to 2015.
Oh, okay. So 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14, or 15. Give me one of those years. 2010,
Okay, 30.
2011,
I don't think. I think
2012.
we will all be ghosts by then, Chris.
I know I will be. 2015, Cognito says 2015.
Ms., what are we looking at?
Now, what are the subjects again?
She only said ghost story, and she's
Ghost stories. I
like,
don't care
she's
what
like,
it is.
that's all I care. It's a ghost story.
Give me a ghost story. I don't care. Someone. What?
I don't know. When was my story? It was around that time frame. It was 2014, I believe.
Okay.
But
And this is My Ghost Story by
Mhm.
Sean Crochet.
you
Crochet.
this one time,
One time. Hang on. Just a
this
second.
one time.
Hang on. Let's put the spotlight on you, babe. We'll put the
This one
spotlight on
time.
you, babe.
This one time.
Okay. Hang on. All right, go ahead, Mr. Sean.
All right.
Sean Crochet.
Well, this is not a long story like your last one, though. But we can definitely. I know it's there. I'm not comfortable looking directly over there.
Okay. He's not gonna look. So,
I'm gonna be in the. You can see what I'm doing.
okay. So we'll just go
So it was actually at the Abbey.
back. At the Abbey.
Yeah.
We were at the Abbey.
Yeah, we were at the Abbey, and so basically, what's the gentleman? Oh, you don't play with that active
Yeah,
one.
I know. I'm looking at it.
That's-
Just go ahead. I'm
Okay.
gonna blow my fingers off.
Yeah,
It's
be careful.
a little 9
Yeah,
millimeter.
yeah, I know. There's another 9mm over there, I think.
Cool.
So who's the gentleman that was with Anthony that came? He also had the drone. What's his name?
Oh, Greg.
Greg. Yeah, that's right. Greg.
Yeah.
Greg. So him and I decided to sit over in Ullathorne Hall, and this is before the haunted house.
Yeah. It was still
Building.
just the dorms.
It was just dormitory,
Back when it was really active.
really active. We decided to sit in the first floor on the main hallway and just project different equipment because you know me, I'm crazy and I had about $15,000 worth of equipment, so I said I got to use it.
Fortunately, you bought it off my website, and I
Yeah.
made like 5% commission.
Yeah.
It was a healthy Christmas. I'm telling you what.
Mm-hmm.
Do it again. Do it again.
You're right, exactly. And so we were projecting equipment down each of the 3 hallways on the first floor. But I had purchased 5 EM pumps, and EM pump basically puts EM electromagnetic field or force into the environment. So these little things that I bought for $35, I don't know, you're probably part of the profit, so you would know. And so I had all 5 of them down that center hallway, And so this is a very, very long story because what happened was an
We
aftermath.
got time.
Okay. All right. So, you know, we're doing stuff and not really thinking much is actually happening. While we're pumping EM into the environment down that main hallway, which is now a lot of haunted house area. It was a vacant hallway basically, and we spread out the EM pumps probably about every 20 feet down that long hallway. It was, you know, so it was filling that entire environment.
2015, so that would have been.
It was probably the second or
Second or
third one I
one,
was
yeah.
at. Yeah, because that's when I saw the full body. That's what I'm trying to get to.
Okay, well, no.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, that's why I wasn't sure it was 14 or 15 because she asked for 14, he asked for 15. And so we didn't think of much of anything. We're sitting there listening with microphone, listening, nothing. We weren't catching anything. So we didn't really think a whole lot was going on. But then we picked up everything. We, you know, stored it back again in the sisters' quarters and kind of waited, you know, because we were going to investigate again later that evening. And so a bunch of us were on, believe it or not, there was no power in the building at the time. Remember how it was actually completely shut off. You had to turn it back on if you wanted any power in that building.
Right.
And it was completely off. And
Because I used to have to go in there and wire it up to get one outlet to work,
yeah.
to hook up our.
Well, there's a room, I think, in one of the front areas that you had to go in and
And it was upstairs.
Yeah, I think it was upstairs.
Yeah, it was at the top of the stairwell
Yeah.
there. Anyway, sorry.
Anyway, but so the conjecture behind putting actual a field or force in the location was to give the kids, the children that I believed were in the location, the power to interact with us. And I didn't know how long this was going to take because this was actually an experiment that we were doing. Like I said, later that evening, there were, I don't know, about 6 of us that were in the location on the second floor. Nicole was there. I was there. I know that
Was Gypsy
the
and-
Coberleys were there. I'm not sure the other 2 people. There were 2 more with us.
Was there Gypsy and Lacey? Were they here then?
I'm not sure if they were there at that time.
Was that when we stayed down at Headley instead of Sisters? That was.
We
the
might have been
first-
at Headley.
Yeah.
No, but I had my equipment. Remember the first one I
Was
didn't have my
Beard with you
equipment.
that night?
Beard wasn't there.
Okay.
Remember? Because it was Greg. Remember Greg was with us. So it had to have been the second one.
Okay.
It had
Yeah.
to have been the second one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So we're in the second floor and 2 of us see the boy, full bodied, saw him. Remember, there's no power in this building at all. And we saw him go across the window just above the ledge. So to me, he looked like maybe 10 years old, maybe potentially 11. He didn't look that old. And we began to follow him. And Nicole was with me following room to room. We went to, you know how they have the wooden room that you go through that has the wooden floor on the second floor?
Yeah, that was that big kind of a commons area.
Yeah, the commons area where they would kind of sit and relax or whatever. And
It's
we
just locked up now, by the way.
Oh, that's right. They do. They had it padlocked. What I'm getting to is the fact that we followed him in there, and I had a millimeter with me, which was tracking the EMF, and it gave a 3.8 milligauss, and there's no power in the building, and moved, the boy moved, what's his name?
Ken
Ken. Yeah.
doesn't like to be called Kenny. Doesn't like to be called Kenneth.
Yeah.
Ken.
And he went room to room to room, and we tracked him room to room to room. And then he crossed the hallway, and we tracked him the other direction. He was coming room, so he was like going through the wall, room to room to room, and we were tracking him. And the milligots would change, and then it would nothing. And then we'd find him in the next room, and then it would go nothing. And we tracked him all the way, and then lost him.
Was Jesse here then?
Might have been. Jesse might have been there.
Okay, because that same event then.
I know that Anthony was still with Leah.
Yeah, that same event. We were winding things up. It was like a Saturday night. It was like 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, 3:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody had pretty much investigated pretty hard for 2 days straight, and it had gone back to, I don't know if we were staying at Headley or sister's house, but anyways, they left and went to bed, or at least gathered back up. Oh, I remember that week. Wasn't that when Al got like really hammered? We were over at, I think we were over at Headley.
Might have been Headley.
At any rate,
But
That's-
when they were here though, the California folks were here. We were definitely in the sisters' quarters. So
Yeah,
I'm not sure which one it is.
because what I'm thinking is, well, story related, same area, same exact area.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody had left. It was just Cara, who was out of Louisville, Kentucky. We had Jesse and I believe Cherry out of San Jose, California, and myself. We were the last 4 over at Ullathorne Hall. It's like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, now Sunday morning, and
Remember, no power in the building.
we decided that, okay, we're done.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to finish investigating. So, but we decided to leave. Carl left her recorder going in the
I
windowsill.
think Jesse did too.
I left mine sitting in the water fountain, which was dried up. There's no water in it.
Yeah.
But I left it propped up in the water fountain. And Jesse had his Sony cam
Oh, that's what.
pointed down the hallway where he was just describing Ken going from room to room to room through the walls. We left the cameras going, we left the recorders going, and then you can hear us as we're leaving down on the first floor. You hear us say, "Good night, we're leaving," and then you hear the big bang of the door shut. And then not 30 minutes after we left, now it's getting around 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, for almost a half an hour on Jesse's Sony cam, on my recorder, and on Cara's recorder, you hear kids running up and down the hallway. You hear the ball that we've set up on the
Let's
mark.
change this back to the full view, just to make sure.
We hear, you just distract me with my story.
Sorry.
So.
On the camera
we-
and the
we-
audio.
We hear the ball bouncing. I had an X marked on the floor
Don't
about
press that
halfway
button.
down the hall.
You don't know what you're
And
doing.
I'm getting interrupted.
You're
By
welcome.
golly. I do know what I'm doing. I just press buttons. This is the easy part now. I've got this part down pretty well. It's Discord that still sucks for me.
Yep.
But anyways, I had an
ball.
X on the hallway about midway down that hallway that you were referring to,
Mm-hmm.
and we had a rubber ball sitting down there. It got moved, but unfortunately Jesse's camera didn't have a good quality IR light, like something you'd get from ghostlightco.com. That's ghostlightco.com. See Mr. Rich Horn for all your lighting needs. He's got full spectrum. He's got IR light, and he's got white light. He'll custom build any kind of lighting to fit your needs. Catch Mr. Rich Horn and give him a shout out. That's ghostlightco.com. That's ghostlightco.com. So anyways, he didn't have a quality light from ghostlightco.com. And so his IR light couldn't even see the ball. But he did manage to catch the audio at the same time that Cara and my recorder caught the recording. So we listened for over a half an hour of these kids running up and down. You can hear them laughing and giggling. You hear their footsteps. You hear the
dang, I thought they were footprints.
footsteps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
So
me teasing you earlier.
you, and then you hear the bouncing of the ball in this hallway. And at 5 o'clock in the morning in that dirty, nasty old building, I can guarantee you, there was no kids going to hang out in that
Oh
building.
no, it was creepy. There's no way.
So, yeah,
Not at
Oolathorn,
4:30 in the morning either.
right. So, Oolathorn Hall is definitely, by far, or was, we'll put it
Was.
that way,
Let's just say was.
the most active building on the entire campus. But since they've built the haunted house over there, it changed things. It changed the dynamics. I don't know if they're still over there, or if they've moved on, or if they're over here now.
Well, you can call it in, but it's really hard to track down Ken.
Yeah,
You know.
Ken is pretty shy. He was
Yeah.
picked on his entire lifetime. Gypsy and
Well, what
I
I
had
didn't-
the first encounter with him.
I didn't finish the rest of my story. Let me.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, it's okay.
Well, you guys were interrupting me. I was interrupting him.
Yeah. So the other part of it is after, following him room to room to room, whole crew of us, it was Leah, Anthony, the Coverleys, myself, were on the fourth floor trying to interact with Abigail. And we heard what sounded like somebody working their way from each floor. It was like slamming doors kind of sounds going from each floor. And then it reached to right next to me, and something stomped on the floor right next to me. Remember that? You heard, we told you about it. You weren't
Yeah.
there. You weren't there with us,
That's
but all of us heard it.
many moons ago and many stories ago.
Oh, it was definitely. And then something slammed my equipment bag that was right behind me, and I believe it was the gentleman that watches over Ken in Oolathorn that was mad at us for tracking him down room to room to room. And I think personally they were offended by the fact that we were tracking him down, and it might have scared him.
That's kind of funny now too, because the room that we got that shadow figure and captured him, and I crawled back into the closet with the hidden wall behind the bathroom.
Yeah.
They've tore that all out, and now there's a big doorway where the closet used to be for the haunted house.
Yeah.
It's totally, that room is totally changed now, and it's not even the same.
Yeah.
The closet is not there, which was another big part of the story.
So a lot of this is a gain of knowledge of kind of, even if you're tracking something down and you found some definite or definitive evidence of it, just make sure you're cognizant of not hurting or harming any of the spirits, because I personally think they were not too happy the fact that we tracked him from room to room to room, and literally came all the way to the fourth floor to track us down to show how unhappy they were with us at that point by slamming their foot down and closing my equipment bag very vigorously, which led me to stand up going light, 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 because Sean didn't have a flashlight with him, because it was pretty dramatic how it slammed my bag down.
A lot of cool things happen over at Oolathorn. A lot of creepy, freaky. Rich, in fact, everybody knows. Anybody that knows Rich has seen Rich investigate.
He's stealthy.
Rich is very skeptic. He's all about the science.
Being interesting.
And Rich, up until we were investigating Oolathorn Hall basement one time.
Oh, that's right.
And that was the first time Rich ever actually got touched.
I was.
And it freaked him out.
I
And Rich
was
doesn't
actually-
get shook up.
I actually told him. I told him to go. That you need to get access to down there. I think you guys worked it out. Weren't you with him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was filming him, but I was filming another part of the room, and then I actually was filming the great big boiler that was down there.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, he goes, "Hey man, that wasn't cool." I said, "What's going on?" And then I peek around, and that's when he starts relating the story that he just got touched.
Yeah.
And he says, "Not cool, man." He was visibly shook up because he
Yeah.
never had anything like that happen before. But that was over.
You definitely had an
Ulithorn.
experience. Yeah.
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 A lot of people had their
Well,
first experiences there.
I had touched the door because we didn't have access. It was locked at the time, and I touched that door, and I told Rich that we need to get access down there because when I touched it, I felt the energy of the need to go down there, and that's when you guys went down there. After that, I personally looked down there, but I didn't go down there. I don't know. I just
There was cobwebs. I mean, there was spider webs going,
what was that?
big ones, all over
I
the.
just saw something on the third floor go
Again?
floating. No, the third floor.
Yeah, but that's
No,
where
but
that
it-
web was.
No, way over on the other side.
Well, then maybe it'll end up on the fourth of the
Yeah.
right here on the
Maybe another
Ramp.
bat.
bat
Maybe
could be.
could be another bat.
The very first contact with Ken. Hey,
Hey,
Wonky,
Wonky.
how are you, brother? Why aren't you in bed? You got a flight.
Yeah.
You're probably getting out of bed to take your flight, aren't you?
Right.
Yay! 24 hours, brother. You be here.
Yep.
Actually, less than that.
Yeah. We're already over here,
Yep.
getting up to head over to the airport.
Nice, nice.
You be safe in your travels.
Yeah. Coolio,
You
coolio.
going into the Springs?
Yep.
Yeah.
So are you in New Mexico right now? Flying out of,
No, Denver. Oh, you going to Denver? Ooh.
you're in Denver?
No, he's flying to Denver.
Oh, going to Denver. Well, you know it's going to be about a 2-hour drive at least here.
Yeah, that's like 2 hours 15 at least.
But yeah, Batch and Kai, I think, are sick. They were telling me today they may not be able to make it, so I don't know if they're coming or not.
Plans changed.
Wow, bummer. Bummer.
You
I
said-
thought you were coming in from Albuquerque and
So who's coming with you?
his son.
Oh, okay. He said we, so I didn't know.
Yeah. Okay. So did you not make it to New Mexico or what?
The plans changed. I don't know. I'll share when you see us.
Okay.
More to come. Gotcha.
Cool. Well, keep us on pins and needles for another 18 hours.
Less than that. We'll be sleeping in. He gets at
We
11.
got 12 and 4. Okay, 16 hours.
Okay.
Soon. Whenever
Oh,
you get here.
got something.
Yeah, soon.
Oh, that's
So-
Ms.
Cool, Ms. Zombie Slayer. I got one of her fine T-shirts right here at the
Okay.
top and on my wall of shame.
Yeah.
Julio. So yeah, the story with Ulithorn over there. The very first time we made contact with Ken or Kenneth was Gypsy and I were in the building, and Gypsy is another medium. She's
Yep.
out of.
She's not extra large. That's only Sean. Extra large medium. Yeah, she's a sweetie.
So she came out of Enterprise, Alabama, and she had never been here before. So she went ahead of me because I had people I had to deal with here before I met them over at Ulithorn. But she went over there with another small group of people. And when I finally showed up over there, Gypsy was all giddy and whatnot. And she met me at the front door, and she says, Dennis, is there I need to find this room. This room is very, very small. It's very, very narrow. It's not like it's not a closet. It's smaller, and it's like tall. And she's describing this weird room. She says, "Is there anything like that?" And I thought for a second. I said, "There is. There's actually." So I took her upstairs, And where they married two halves of the building together, that's where they ran all the pipes, and it's only about, what, 1.5 feet wide?
Yeah, it's really narrow.
Very narrow. There's pipes down in there, and immediately when I opened up that little door, then she's going, "Oh my God, how are you?" And she started talking. She drops to her knees right away. So, me being extra petite, I'm backed up against the wall in this little hallway that's only about maybe 5 foot wide. And I'm holding the camera up against my chest as tight as I can to get as much of the wide angle of the shot of her communicating with this little entity that was hiding in this closet. So everybody else had left, and it's just Gypsy and I, and Gypsy's having this conversation. She says, hey, this is, what's your name? And she says, Ken. Oh, okay. I won't call you Kenny, and I won't call you Kenneth, because he's all obviously communicating he didn't like those. Well, what are you doing in here? And later on, she was able to come up with, he talked with a lisp, and all the kids made fun of him. Not only did they make fun of him, but the headmaster would pick on him as well. So because the headmaster did, then the rest of the boys said, well, he does it, so can we. So Ken's life here at the monastery was miserable. He was constantly being picked on, and he was always a loner, hiding out and stuff. So he was hiding in this closet. So a little more time elapsed, and I'm filming all this. And then she says, this is this nice man back here. His name's Dennis. And I said, hi. And she says, if you'd like to, you can touch him. And I said, yeah, go ahead and touch my hand if you want to. All of a sudden, my hand got as cold like I've had it in the freezer for an hour. It was, and even later on when we met a group of other people, they held my hand, and it was still icy cold. Well, this is in the...
You say it was your heart or your hand?
My hand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my
I thought
heart
it was your
too.
heart. Mm-hmm.
My heart too.
Oh.
So then Gypsy says she felt something on. She's got long, beautiful red hair. She felt something kind of pull on her hair. She says, "You want to play with my hair? You can." And I'm filming this from behind her, so she's knelt down on her knees in front of me, and you see her hair get picked up and start curling, like it was curled around
With his
something,
finger.
and then it just falls back onto her shoulder. And then all of a sudden I hear at the end of the hall, I hear Gypsy. And I said, Gypsy, somebody's calling you. She was like in a total different world. And I said, Gypsy, did you hear that? She didn't respond. So I said, I said, Gypsy, did you hear that? She says, what? And then you hear somebody at the end of the hall go, Gypsy again. So we look up and we see the shadow figure move from room 59 over to 61. Dart through the hallway. Well, 61 was the headmaster's room. You could tell it was a nicer room than all the rest because it had kind of like a little living room, the bedroom, and he had its own bathroom. All the other rooms just had a room and a sink within the room. So we go running up.
I'm gonna go look out there real quick.
Worried about the car or what?
Yep. I saw a light.
Oh, could be the cops out there. They patrol a lot.
That'd be good.
Yeah. All right. So she goes. I go running up the hall to rooms 59 or 61, and I see this black figure shoot over and start into that front section of that room. Well, they had a love seat blocking the doorway between that little living room into the bedroom that got thrown up there. So I picked that thing up and I just threw it out of my way. Gypsy's right on my heels. She's running, trying to figure out what the heck this thing is. Go running through the bedroom, and I saw it dart into the bathroom. And it's nothing but a big shadow figure. So I get to the bathroom just long enough to see at the end of the bathroom, there was a big, like, closet with sliding doors. and then one of the doors was open, and I saw this thing dart into the closet and then head back to the side that the doors was closed. So I jump into the closet, and all of a sudden I realize I see it go back into the closet and then turn a corner. So I go and crawling back in there, and what had happened is in this closet, there was a hidden wall behind the bathtub that this thing disappeared, and once it got to that point, it dead end, and the thing just totally disappeared. So I was looking in there, and we didn't see it. About that time, somebody was coming into the building downstairs, one of our people. They hear all the commotion and come up to find out what the hell just happened. So we're relating the story to this, about this. I'm relating my side of the story. Anthony and Gypsy are down the hallway about another, I don't know, 25, 30 feet down the hallway from us. And I hear Dennis. And I said, what? Because I knew it was Gypsy. Gypsy had a botched surgery, and it messed up her vocal cords. So she's got this really unique voice, a beautiful voice, but a very unique voice, kind of like a Janis Joplin vibe to it, raspy sounding voice. So it's very, when she speaks, you know it's Gypsy. And I said, what do you want? She says, what? I said, what do you want? You just called me. She says, no, I didn't. And then Anthony was standing right next to her. He says, no, she didn't. Well, I had Lacey standing with me. And she says, yes, you did. We both heard you called Dennis. She says, I didn't call Dennis. So as we're telling the stories of what had happened here, then we realize, because Gypsy and I thought we were up there maybe 15 minutes. Almost an hour and 45 minutes had passed. We were almost in here by ourselves for almost 2 hours. What happened to that timeline and that time limit? Maybe that was an embellishment. Probably more like, let's say, 45 minutes. In that time, we have no idea that much time had taken place. And we were just so engrossed in having this conversation with Kenneth, or Ken.
Ken, yeah.
Yeah, that it was crazy. That was our very first contact. Now Ken still came around. He would meet with Sean. He would meet with other people as they came into the building. But once they built the haunted house, I've never made any more contact.
I have twice. I remember that little sit-down room. A couple times he's come in.
That oddly enough was room 57 next to the room 59 where that thing came running out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've connected with him in there twice. That's actually where Chris also connected with him.
So 57, 59, and 61 are key rooms right there in that little area.
In that vicinity. Yeah.
Yeah. For meeting up with Ken. But it used to be that when you,
I'll be honest,
before you walked in the building, you would start your recorder and you wouldn't turn it off until you were well out of the building, because as soon as you opened that door, stuff would happen.
I remember interacting with several kids when I first went in there. There were like 4 kids lined up.
I wonder if they're not the ones on the fourth now.
Well, it might be part of the one we run into the classroom, Abigail, and then Ken. And then I don't know the 4th one.
Crazy stuff, for sure. Hulathorn Hall. Hulathorn Hall. Yeah, safe travels, Erawanti, if you're still in there.
Yeah,
Looking forward
stay
to
safe and
seeing
see you
you.
soon. Yeah.
So,
Look forward to giving you a hard time. Seeing you soon.
so with that, I don't know.
With
What do you
that,
think?
we're gonna abandon Monty in the basement just like I did you. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, as you run away
Uh-huh.
crying like a little girl. I'm scared.
Yeah, I'm scared to poop my pants.
Poop your pants.
Yeah.
Now he needs to go jump in the shower.
It just depends.
Just depends. We brought a change of underwear.
Yeah.
Well, that's it, guys. I think
I'm
running
thinking
around.
I'm gonna get some Z's soon.
Some what?
Sleep.
Some sleep.
Yep.
Got a busy day tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what
We'll
I'm
be in
thinking.
here all night long, so
Yeah.
join us tonight. I did pop something up. I think, I don't know what time I hit the
Someone did
startup
another
time,
spin?
but we will be,
She said somebody else did another spin. Who? You have to scroll up? Incognito did one? Not there. Keep going, I think.
let's see it.
There's Incognitos up there.
There's a
Oink.
basement. Redeem is gone, yeah. And I'll put that back up there, but the basement, I like to do when I'm by myself, and you guys can send me down to the basement. I don't see it there, zombie.
Keep going up, maybe. Incognito, it's gotta be him.
Her.
Her. Oh, sorry, it's her. I didn't know that. Sorry. Who's Incognito?
Her. She's are you in Australia? No, that's somebody else. Where you at, Incognito?
Well, you can't see it because you're not on the regular
I'll see
tab.
it if it pops up.
Oh, it will.
One new message. Really? Because I saw it. Hey, we give you bonus stories.
We gave you a bunch of stories.
Bonus
I'm just saying,
stories.
that's a lot of stories. It was stories upon stories upon stories.
Now, question back to you guys are they fake or are they facts? I heard that too.
I heard a bang or something.
Yeah.
I
heard
thought it
that
was you
too.
kicking the table.
I can't kick the table.
Hmm.
My little tiny feet aren't long enough.
It's like somebody hit the trash can. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
Sounds like a car.
Well, go out on the balcony and look. It's right there. Or you can go to the end of the hall. It goes to the end of the hall. The goblins get him. He's heading down there. Nope, he's heading back out to the. I don't know what he totally buffaloed. Right now, the last I saw him was in the second floor cam here. Ugh, it's all paranoid. Somebody's going to do something to his car. I'm parked out here all the time, and nobody's. Well, I can't say that, but he doesn't need to be. He doesn't need to be. He's out on the balcony now. Ooh. See him flashing his light out there outside the command window. Check out, see what he sees. This car's in and out of here all night long. Nothing to get too worried about. So anyways, make sure you join us tonight. I think I put like 8 o'clock for a start time. It may be sooner, maybe a little bit later, but we will be streaming as much of this as possible. I will stream not only tomorrow night, but we will stream the chili cook-off, bring that to you live on Saturday, and also, oops, that got moved in. There we go. Then also on, let's see where Sean's at. He's still out on the balcony. Also on Saturday night, then after the chili cook-off, then we will be streaming live investigations throughout the building. We will probably be on Discord, maybe get Wanty's phone in on it, Surex's phone in on it, and I've got a new attachment for my Android phone that has 2 lavalier mics, so we'll get clean, clear, crisp audio. If they're using an Android phone, I'll be able to plug it into their phones and be here in command, and we can hear everything that's being said and done. And it should be pretty cool, pretty cool. So Sean's coming back. You see the flash of the light and
the window there, maybe. Let's see. Oh, he's already passed by. So, there we go. So is he? He should be coming through this way right here, back to command here in a second. A lot of friends coming tomorrow night, or tonight now. It's gonna be a blast. Zombie Slayer's mom is coming tomorrow night. It'd be good to see Kat. I love her to death. It'd be always a good time. Wanty's gonna be here with his son.
I didn't see anything on that side.
No,
Not on that side.
well, we have a lot of cars that come through here all night long, so I imagine they were just passing through.
But it sounded like a
We
bang.
have all the gang in the funny video of the chair room where that guy freaks out and knocks over Jim.
He's coming, right?
And Jim will be here, and Cody and Cooper, the two girls, which happen to be twins. You guys saw them here in one of my shows a couple of weeks ago when they were visiting, all three of them. They will be here tomorrow night. We've got Mimi from Meeting Hauntings and Michelle and one other gal coming with Michelle, but I don't remember who, but they were all here a couple of weeks ago. We've got a couple of guys coming in from Pueblo that were back here and investigated with Ghost Hunt USA, one of their tours thingies, and they'll be here. I'm hoping Axe Batch and my grandson will be here tomorrow, but it doesn't sound like they're gonna make it. So we'll have to wait and see about that. Chris is gonna be here. Sir X will be here.
No.
Yeah, I'm sorry. And of course, Misty, little spirit girl, she'll be here tomorrow night.
Crazy.
So it should be a fun weekend. A lot of fun. We got Katie and Tim with the T. They'll be here. That's right, live here at Monastery Madness here at the Holy Cross Abbey in Canyon City, Colorado. So make sure you drop in tomorrow night, and then we'll have all the goings on for the cook-off on Saturday afternoon.
Saturday.
And then we will do it again all night, Saturday night, and be part of that investigation. So you guys have a busy weekend this weekend. If you got nothing else to do, drop on in and see what's going on, and have some fun with us.
What's it going on?
Nice thing too is we have multiple people that know how to run the command center. It's gotten easier and easier. I mean, come on, Sean can even run it.
Yeah, that's
How simple is that?
it's got to be simple.
So
You would think Sean were blonde or something.
you know, she's the only one that hasn't ran it.
Well, Misty?
Speaking of Misty, yeah.
Well, she's not real blonde, is she?
she's always on the go doing stuff.
Yeah, she likes to.
Yeah,
She likes to lead groups and stuff.
Yeah, she does. That's kind of her thing. She likes that. I'm more of I'm pretty content just sitting back and narrating and making fun of everybody.
Oh, I was just saying talking shit. I got to.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, at any rate, we're going to shut her down for tonight, guys. But I appreciate you dropping in. If you didn't get a shot of that, the first part of this when we
Oh my
were
God,
down
you
in the
gotta go back and
basement,
watch
that
it.
was a lot of fun. The beginning of this one was pretty fun. So
Definitely
let
beginning
me
this.
know. But thank you, and I look forward to seeing you all in about, 12, 14 hours from now.
Yep.
15,
Quite a few of you will be here.
yeah, 15, 16 hours maybe,
Yeah.
but be here tonight when all my friends are here in town.
Yep.
All right, so with that, then we're gonna call it a night. Sean's gonna
Good night,
be
good night.
staying at the sister's house
Good night. Good
tonight,
night.
all by himself, so I'm sure I'm
Yeah.
gonna hear, Dennis, let me in, I'm scared. Dennis, let me in, I'm scared, right outside my RV because
Yeah.
he's
And
gonna
it won't
be-
be Archie this
he's
time.
gonna be crying.
It's like,
"I'm
let me
so
in,
scared."
Dennis, because you let me out here again.
I'm so
Archie.
scared. I heard a bump in the night. Let me in. I'm scared. I'll sleep in the chair. Give me Archie's bed. I'll sleep in Archie's bed.
Yeah, curled up.
Yeah. So I can hear it now. So I just well sit up all night and wait because I know I'm gonna have it. Let me in. I'm scared. I'm scared.
Yep.
So we're gonna put him into the sister's house tonight, and then I'll be out in the RV.
Yep.
And let the games begin, boys and girls. Tomorrow's the day. Should be a blast. So with that, we're gonna say goodnight, everybody. You have a great day, and we will see you tonight.
We'll see you when we see you.
And as always, we shall see you when we see ya. Good night, everybody. Da, 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 da.